to everyone. I'm so delighted to be here again. We have, so we're going to stay on detox. Yeah. But before I start, let's have a prayer, please. My dear Heavenly Father, we are so thankful, Father, for bringing us here together to learn more about you. And right now, dear God, I pray that you help me with me, you help me articulate, dear Lord, this message that is so important for us, and how to care for our bodies, dear God, so that way we may have a closer relationship with you. Amen. Thank you for everything, dear God. You work on our behalf. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Where do you live? You know, that first presentation I had, I talked about the importance of detoxing our bodies, right? I mean, we're exposed, we are bombarded from within and from without with toxins every single day. It is in our food, it is in our land, it is within our homes, it is in our clothing. Everything that we touch have toxins that really, you know, our body, the way God created our body, it is able to take care of these toxins. But what's happening now is that it is overloading a lot of our organs where our system can no longer keep up with it. Mm-hmm. And so now we are creating a nation that is suffering from a buildup of pesticides, you know, herbicides, all kinds of toxins, and that's bringing in memory loss. I mean, there's people up there in their 40s that they can't remember one thing from the other. I mean, within minutes, they're forgetting things. And they're thinking they're just, you know, there's a lot of overstimulation and all this, but it is our bodies being so toxic. There's depression, there's anxiety, there's psychosis going on, and there's many forms of mental illness right now. And age, there's no discrimination as far as, you know, at one time it was the elderly, you know, it was, oh, because you're getting old, you're forgetful, or you're getting that mental illness. No, it's happening now in the younger population as well. You know, there's breast and ovarian, uterine, prostate cancers, all of these that have been linked to these toxicities in our bodies. And so, that first presentation was about how to do that basic cleansing. And it was actually to prep our organs for the cellular detoxing. And that's what I would like to get, that I'd like to present to you today. It's gonna sound like I'm repeating a little bit of last time, because it does overlap a little bit, but you will see that it's a little different. So, you know, notes, after a while, they confuse you even more. So I'm just gonna put those away. So how toxins alter our metabolism. So what we did today, what I spoke about the last time, it was about the superficial type of detoxing. You know, there was a lot of liquid. I don't know, did any of you hear? Did it? There was more liquid being excreted from our bodies, but it also moved our bowels a lot better. Did you do it?
I did, but I cannot do straight 5 days because of my schedule, but
yeah.
I just wanted to start more hungrier than I was before.
Because it's cleaner. So most detox diets only eliminate fluids. A cellular detox removes heavy metals, fat-soluble toxins, and metabolic waste trapped in cells. Because if toxins are not properly eliminated, they can be reabsorbed in the gut and then returned to the bloodstream. And that was the importance of doing that first detox before doing this one, because it was prepping your system, because we're actually trying to make that channels of elimination healthy and ready for this detox. Because if we just moving garbage inside of us and leaving it there and replacing it to different other tissues, it's even worse.
So we're cleaning the plumbing.
Yes. Yeah.
How long do you wait from the first protocol to do the second protocol?
You can wait a month, you can wait 3 weeks. And, you know, the way we're gonna get results is gonna depend on the age of that person, the health of that person. Because sometimes like, oh, I might not be seeing results yet. But everybody, and some will say, no, I did get results. But again, it depends on that person's age, their status of health at that time, and all those things. So we're all going at a different rate. So we don't want to, and you know, these formulas were put together by doctors, and they're from Brazil. And everything that I'm learning from them, I'm actually passing it on, and they are having wonderful success with this. So it's worth it for us, because this will give us a head start on, you know, gaining weight and losing weight by doing this first. So that's what we're trying to achieve. It says if toxins are not properly eliminated, they can be reabsorbed in the gut and returned to the bloodstream. The impact of toxins on metabolism and weight loss. So the problem, like we stated before, is a saturated liver that cannot metabolize fats properly. So instead of burning them, it's actually storing them. So the result is increased visceral fat accumulation and insulin resistance. So symptoms of metabolism overload with toxins is weight loss plateau. Have you ever heard somebody say, after I lost so many pounds, it's not moving anymore? Constant fatigue, cravings for carbohydrates and sugar. And you know, and this also, the craving for carbohydrates and sugar can also be a dysbiosis of your gut. So, others, this can be insulin resistant that's going on. So the role of fats in cellular detoxification. Many toxins are fat soluble, meaning they are stored in body fat. During detoxification, the body begins to release these toxins, and if there isn't an adequate elimination mechanism, they are reabsorbed. So, you know, this is very interesting because, and I wrote this down here. Okay, we'll discuss it later. And also, you know, the animals, all the toxins also accumulate in animals. So people that are eating meat are receiving that stored toxins just like we store the toxins in our fat tissues, animals, the same thing happens in animals. So that's the reason why the meat eating can be so toxic and so unhealthy for us.
And there's a variety of new toxins that I have. For example, they found out that wearing polyester clothes introduces plastics into your system, even wearing them.
Yeah. Well, they have retrieved fish from 35,000 feet from the ocean that they have found micro plastics. Yeah. And they have found plastic wrappings in the depth. Yeah, so they get their, you know, they get around. So these solutions to ensure sufficient fiber and antioxidants so that toxins are not reabsorbed, and mobilize fat safety without affecting muscle mass.
And Lina, and another thing that we're investigating, McDonald's produces 193 million burgers a month.
Wow.
Have you seen that many cows around?
So where are they getting it from?
Yeah,
So where are they getting that from?
And that's only one burger chain.
That's right. 193 million a month. That's unsustainable. There's not enough cows on this earth to produce that many burgers.
I think there's a laboratory somewhere
Yeah.
producing this meat.
Horses.
There's not enough horses either. So support for liver and lymphatic detoxification. The liver is the key to a clean metabolism. So phase one, and this is just a repeat of what we learned from the last class. The liver converts toxins into water-soluble substances so that they can be excreted from our body. Phase two, it eliminates toxins through the bile, urine, and sweat. And phase three is the final elimination that occurs through the colon and kidneys. And so the common mistakes is not consuming enough sulfur and amino acids for phase two. And they mean consuming, like eating enough of these foods. And glutathione deficiency, which is a master antioxidant. So foods that help with this is artichoke. You can make soups out of artichoke, turmeric, spirulina, cilantro, and all that. So the lymphatic system, this is one that we did not discuss the last time, which is the great decongestant. It removes toxins trapped in the tissues. It doesn't have a pump like the heart. It relies on movement to drain. So how do we activate it? Dry brushing before showering. Have you ever done that?
Love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so, and there's a way of doing that. You know, you take that brush and you come from your feet up to your body. And I mean, you do it until it's nice and red, you know, and then you shower. But before you shower, you take a little towel, you get it wet, and you put a little bit of lemon, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna kind of sting a little. And then you put it through your, you know, you clean up all that. It's like a little dandruff that your skin is going to release. And then you shower, you have this tea that's here, and you just keep going. But this is a wonderful thing that it's really not well talked about, dry brushing. And rebounding exercise.
You wanna know something interesting too? 90% of the dust in your house are dead cells.
I know you shared
Yes.
that last time, I never forgot that.
Yeah. And rebounding is like a little trampoline. They sell those. And that's just gently jumping in place. And then you have the nettle and the ginger infusion. So after you do that dry brushing, you can do this, the nettle and ginger infusion. And you can do that for 5 days, for 2 days. And this is all working together with everything else that you're doing. You're exercising, you're eating well, and you're doing these. Almost like you pick it up like a lifestyle type of thing. Yeah,
You use the word infusion, is that a tea?
a tea,
Okay.
yeah. And then you have skin and lungs elimination channels. You steam baths with rosemary and eucalyptus to release toxins. And the diaphragmatic breathing to expel residual carbon dioxide. Do you know what that looks like? Yeah. You want to show them? No, because there's a right way to do it. And it's important that we do it the right way.
I've heard about it, but.
Expand with your abdomen.
Yes.
Exactly.
So you inhale with your nose,
Take your lungs.
and you know,
Instead of your lungs, it's your diaphragm.
yes. You know how to do it? Come up here and show them.
But
I
yeah,
want them to
and
see my big
remember,
belly.
we've been taught incorrectly how to breathe.
Yes.
Because they used to tell us, take your chest out and breathe. That's the wrong way to do it.
Like
Yes.
the babies.
Your stomach,
breathe.
your stomach
Yes.
has to
You
dilate.
can you do it up here?
My stomach?
No, no. Do the breathing over here.
Well, and
No, because
when we used to go ride a lot of bike, I had problems because when they did sprints, I was out of oxygen. And I'm asking them, so, you know, what's the secret? He said, well, show me how you're breathing. So, you know, breathing my chest out, there's chest out, but it's not. It's supposed to be your stomach out as you breathe. So your diaphragm is allowed to, because remember, most cancers, lung cancers happen in the bottom part of the lung. Because we're not breathing correctly. And oxygen is not getting to the bottom part of your lung.
Talking about healthy,
Talking about healthy?
or healthy.
Well, oh, I'm sorry.
Forms.
But anyway, so you breathe with your stomach out as you inhale, and then let it go through your nose, through your mouth. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth.
And you release it slowly, not like just, it's all, well, I hear you to the count of 4 or 7.
Cause I noticed doing that, if you inhale through your nose and then exhale through your nose, you don't seem to get all the oxygen out.
Mm-mm.
You
No.
can- But you can inhale a lot longer through your nose and then
Release
exit
it.
it through your mouth. It seems like you get everything out, so
Yeah.
it uses your lungs to its fullest extent, I think.
Exactly, yeah.
And another thing is this, the oxygen that you breathe through your nose has already been filtered,
Yeah.
it's brought up to temperature, and it's ready to be inhaled. When you go through your mouth, it's not filtered, it doesn't get to temperature as quickly as the other.
You ride bikes, do you practice that while you're riding the bike?
Yes, yes.
Exercise?
That's what I said, when I started riding with these guys up here, I'm coming from flat country,
Yeah.
you know, Florida. The hill is bridges and stuff like that. So when I came here, and we have climbs that are 5 miles, 6 miles at 7%. Halfway through, I'm throwing steam out of my nose because I'm breathing incorrectly. But when I started breathing through my nose, and then at the beginning, it seemed like it was not enough oxygen. But after I got the rhythm, my energy went through. I could climb with them as good as anyone else.
Yeah, it's all breathing.
Do you do
Yeah.
it automatically, or you still have to be mindful?
Not anymore. I used to be mindful before.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what happens is that you become aware of how many times you're breathing, and then you start to get an asthma. Because you're thinking about breathing, it's not natural anymore. But after a while, you get into the rhythm,
Like
you get
chewing your
used to it.
food.
So there's specific herbal medicines here. Cholera. Have you guys heard of cholera? Chlorella. Yes. And the secret to that, because there's different studies that are actually saying that it's not as safe. So it's the source of where you get this. And the little research that I've done is actually comes from India, because a lot of this is contaminated with other algae that are not as healthy.
So this is the challenge for us. Where do we find the good sources?
India.
And
No, I'm
we
just
see
kidding.
word of mouth on somebody that knows of good sources.
Yes.
Plant them.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be the best.
In
But
a greenhouse, is being dropped on from stuff out of the sky.
Mhm. And cilantro, dandelion and boldo, aloe vera and flax seeds. And you can find all of these, the boldo you can find in Spanish stores. You know, dandelion is everywhere in my backyard. Aloe vera and flax seeds. And that one prevents toxins reabsorption in the colon. And then this is a liver herbal detox, which is 1 tablespoon of dandelion, 1 tablespoon of milk thistle, 1.5 tablespoons of turmeric, and 2 cups of water. And you can take this throughout the day as, you know, as you would water. So these are the different, that you might want to take pictures of these, but these are the actual drinks for this particular detox, cellular detox. So this smoothie is designed to oxygenate the blood. It improves circulation and stimulates liver and kidney detoxification. It helps cleanse the body of accumulated toxins, strengthens the immune system, and provides sustained energy. You know, the good thing about all of these smoothies is that these are things that you can buy, it's like food. this is food. 1.5 beets. We're gonna sample this one. 1 carrot, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds activated, and 1 cup of water or coconut water. And the benefits are that it's gonna improve cellular oxygenation, promotes the elimination of toxins accumulated in the blood, and activates the lymphatic system. And you wanna drink this on an empty stomach. Yeah, go ahead.
It said to prepare the vegetables, I don't see the apple over here.
Oh, I know. Well, the apple is an optional one. So if you're having slow bowel movements, you want to add that apple, but otherwise you don't. So it's an optional. And I should have put it on this side, but
Any specific apple?
green apple. Yeah. And you know, you can do this on a blender instead of pulling out this whole juicer. You can do this on a blender. The way you're gonna do this is you're gonna cut this up really small, like that. It's a half a beet that you need in there, and 1 carrot. And you cut this up really small, and you throw in your chia and your coconut water, and a good blender like a Vitamix will make that drink without having to pull all this stuff to do that. And so you're gonna drink this immediately to maximize the absorption of active ingredients. So for how long do you wanna do this? You know, a lot of these things are very much an individual basis. You have to see your body. You gotta know if you wanna do this for, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week. Or you can increase it. You can start with 1 week and see how you feel. And then you can go the following week. Because this is food. These are not medications that you have to do this and that and you have to do it that way because otherwise you're gonna have side effects. No, this is very safe. For the most part, this is very safe. So you're gonna do this 5 consecutive days, then rest for 2 days before repeating. We're just using food as medicine in these recipes. And sometimes we start thinking, boy, that sounds so simple. But that's where we make the mistake, because simple things are the ones that actually sometimes do best for us. We're just been sold the idea that everything has to be very complicated and you have to do it this way or that way. And no, this is just food we're gonna eat, drink.
Yeah, and it's interesting because when I did the Senior Olympics, I started taking beet juice a week before. And what it does, it dilates your
Nitric
capillaries.
oxide, that's what it has.
Right. It dilates your capillaries. And it allows you to oxygenate your blood even faster and in larger volumes. So I noticed a tremendous amount of difference during the competition, because even then we did high intensity workouts, my recuperation time was quicker.
Well, they're now using these for elite athletes. They're using beets, powder beets. And this is something that is huge in research right now. So what effects can you expect? Is more energy, improved digestion, and elimination of retained fluids. We have to start thinking that it took us so many years to get to where we're at, where we're feeling so terrible every day, and we're not gonna get results. This is why this is actually a 3-step detoxing, but it's done like this. It's done very easy. It's done with foods, so that the body has a way of healing naturally in its natural speed.
And now, can we incorporate that as a dietary
Lifestyle?
regimen?
Yeah.
Lifestyle.
You can do it once in 2 weeks or every 3 weeks.
You can-
You can do that because, like
yeah.
you're saying,
And
it's not, there's no drugs involved.
Right, and what you wanna do, what he's saying, is that you wanna do this particular set of teas 1 month, you rest the following month, and you pick up another set of teas the following month, and that's how you do it, and you can do it throughout the year. you know? Because again, it's just food. So you're gonna have more energy, you're gonna have possible reddish urine, we all know that, and a greater feeling of lightness. Brighter skin, smoother digestion, and less inflammation.
Bring it on.
So here are some recommendations and precautions. If you have low blood pressure,
Yeah.
you need to pay attention to the beets because it will lower it. Yeah, so that will be wonderful for you, Yvonne. I mean, yeah, it will lower it.
Does anybody have low blood pressure in America?
I do. Well, yeah, well, naturally, well, vegans naturally have low blood pressure. We tend to have low blood pressure. Yeah. So avoid excessive consumption if you have kidney stones. And you have to drink a whole ton of it in order for this to create kidney stones, but it's a precaution if you already have that type of risk. Drink plenty of water to eliminate toxins.
And kidney stone is like delivering a baby.
Oh yeah, he
The
knows.
pain is incredible.
So should we go to the
And it-
doctor to make sure we don't have?
And it just, it goes,
No, you would know.
it goes 0 to 100 and it remains at 100.
Mm.
It's, so, yeah, if you have a tendency to have kidney stone, be careful because they oxalate.
And complement with a clean diet. You know, no refined sugars, no white flour or dairy, in order to enhance the results. Liver cleanse and metabolic regulator. This is smoothie 2.
If you folks want, we can send this to your emails.
Yeah.
Yes.
You send them to
Yeah.
us.
So the objective is to support the liver in eliminating toxins and improve metabolism. And here you're gonna use a warm water. And you're gonna do 1.5 cups of papaya, and you can get those at the Mexican stores.
Asians.
Yeah, or Asian stores, yeah.
Walmart has.
Yeah, I never find good ones there though, but once in a while, I guess.
What if you can't find organic? Do you find organic?
And again, we
Uh,
should put them in contact with Don and
Mike, yeah.
Mike, because
He knows.
they have a health food store, but they go down to Georgia to the market.
Yeah,
And these folks have an eye for fruits. Every time they bring something to us, they're delicious,
yeah,
they're sweet.
she's so good at
Yeah,
picking them, yeah, she's amazing. 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of grated ginger, and 1 teaspoon of activated flax seeds. And, yeah, soaked overnight. And in the way the reason why they're soaked overnight is to activate the chia seeds. Or flax seeds, either one. And add all the ingredients to the blender and blend for 30 seconds. And you're gonna have this on an empty stomach 30 minutes before breakfast. So you're gonna get up very early, you're gonna do that. Then you're going to wait about an hour or so, and for this one, 30 minutes before breakfast. I will do a little more, because for some people that have slow digestion, they might still feel full before having that breakfast. So if you're still feeling like, because there's a lot of fiber in here. So it might be more, maybe 45 minutes or an hour. It all depends, like I said, on the individual and where they're at. With a slow digestion, you're gonna feel full for a long time.
yeah,
And it's good if you wanna lose weight, but it's bad if you wanna gain weight, because you're not gonna wanna eat a lot more.
And I tell you, we have in the morning, and I'll go to maybe 2 in the afternoon without feeling any hunger at all.
Yeah, when he has those
It's
drinks.
amazing.
Yeah, it fills you. So the benefits of that drink is to stimulate bile production and improves digestion. It eliminates accumulated liver toxins and reduces inflammation and improves nutrient absorption. Yeah.
Okay, and it stimulates bile. What if you have no more gallbladder?
Well, then it's not gonna stimulate that.
Well, you
I
continue
mean,
with
it's-
whatever you're using
Yeah,
to substitute the bile. Are you
So you
taking
have
any
no
kind of
Enzymes.
medication for it?
No.
Well, then it won't do any harm to you because there's nothing
Yeah.
to
I'll
stimulate.
ask some questions on that though. You know, about that. Yeah, that's a good question. Regulates metabolism and aids in fat loss. So for smoothie 2, you're gonna deep colon and skin detox. And the objective here is to cleanse the colon, improve intestinal transit, and eliminate toxins that affect the skin. And you're gonna do 1 cup of chamomile infusion, 1 slice of pineapple, strawberries, psyllium, aloe vera leaf, and stevia, and that's optional.
What is chamomile infusion?
Chamomile is a tea, chamomile tea,
Okay,
yeah,
I didn't know if that was something specific.
no. And the preparation, again, you're gonna extract the gel from the aloe vera leaf and rinse it well to remove the iodine. Add all to the ingredients to the blender and blend. And the benefits is gonna regulate bowel movements and prevents constipation because you wanna have all these eliminatory channels open. It's gonna prevent reabsorption of toxins in the colon. It's gonna improve hydration and elasticity and promotes the elimination of acne and eczema. And then this one is the intestinal cleanse and heavy metal elimination drink, a smoothie. So to deeply cleanse the intestines, sweep away accumulated toxins and eliminate heavy metals that affect metabolism. You're gonna do 1 cup of fennel or chamomile tea or relieves digestive inflammation, 1.5 cups of pineapple, 1 tablespoon of activated chia seeds for the omega-3, 1.5 teaspoons of fresh cilantro, and you're gonna do the activated charcoal, which absorbs toxins and eliminates chemical residues.
That is not the color you got charcoal in there, it'd be black.
So the preparation is gonna infuse the fennel or chamomile and let it cool. And you're gonna blend it with the other ingredients until you obtain like a smoothie mixture. And this one you're gonna drink mid-morning or at night. It's gonna be away from other meals. All of them is gonna be away from meals. You wanna do this alone. And the benefits is gonna eliminates toxins accumulated in the large intestine, expels heavy metals such as mercury, aluminum, and lead, and reduces intestinal inflammation and prevents the reabsorption of toxins, improves digestion and prevents intestinal dysbiosis. And then this is your last one, and this is smoothie 4, and it's lymphatic detox and fluid elimination, and it's gonna activate your lymphatic system and eliminate fluid retention. The ingredients are again cucumber, celery, parsley, grated ginger, mint leaves, and Himalayan salt.
What kind of mint? Does it matter? The mint? What mint?
It doesn't matter, yeah.
So whatever you.
Any mint that you're growing. I know there's so many different kinds,
Yeah.
yeah.
They grow like wild weeds.
Oh, yeah, they're
Yes.
very invasive.
But they're so nice to have. Your mint dies? Wow, that's unusual
Yeah,
because these
they
things.
don't die. You have a hard time
We
killing
have tried
them.
to kill ours and it's all over the place.
Yes,
We have it in a pot.
Oh,
The
maybe
ones you
that's,
gave me.
And
they come back year after year for me. In
Mhm.
fact, they get more and more
I feel such a
stronger.
we'll try again this year.
Yeah.
So you blend all the ingredients with the cucumber, you serve it cold, and you drink it in the morning or mid-afternoon. It activates your lymphatic circulation and eliminates retained fluids. Again, we always see inflammation, but, inflammation, if you bring that down, then your body's able to absorb better, assimilate better. So a lot of these have ingredients that deals with that.
And allow me the question, so all these 4 different smoothies, do you take them for 2 weeks one and then another week the other
You
one?
could do
or-
that. I mean, this is so flexible because you can just do one drink if you can't do all 4. Because this is like almost a part-time job.
Yeah.
It is,
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. I mean, you're literally in the kitchen all day long. So you want to do, but again, it's what your goal is. If you're really seeking to get well and you just can't do this anymore, then this is not going to seem like a lot of work. But if you're just somebody that wants to keep up and maintain, the good health, this is really nice to do once a month.
Because
You know, and
you can do it, you can blend it all and just put it in the refrigerator. And, you don't have to do it every day. You can freeze it,
Yeah, we do those
Yes,
big
and you
bottles,
freeze
yeah.
it,
You can freeze it, but I think it reduces a lot of the potential. Yeah,
Yeah,
you wanna-
because even if you freeze whatever it is that you freeze, the decomposition is still taking
Yeah, it
place. It's
starts
just slower.
immediately, yeah. So, but I would do at least 2 days. I do 2 days, like today and then for tomorrow too, sometimes. I do it like that. And the green drinks, they stay really well, yeah. But like I said, it's what your goal is.
In my complaint that they're just insipid. They're not bad to drink, they're just insipid. They don't
Yeah,
have a
they're
lot
just
of
simple,
flavor
they
to
don't
them.
know.
I drink it.
Honestly, I don't mind them at all.
She gives me the metal-sized bottle.
The 32
I look
ounces.
at that and lose screen, I said, oh,
Yeah.
man.
But he's out all day and
But-
he
Yeah, I
and it
drink
holds
it and
him.
I'm not hungry for 5-6 hours, easily.
Right.
and is guaranteed to help with our mood, so we get happier. And that's it, you see, that was painless.
For us. for you.
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
we wanna keep it short, at least these, but the other subject that Yvonne wanted me to touch on was like
Combination.
food combinations. And after looking at your chart and looking at so many other charts, they have made this so complicated that if I was to bring that chart, and I will be here all day telling you all the different conversations. So we gotta go to the principle of first of all, what is the meaning of principle? To the beginning, right? The beginning is, what does Genesis say? Okay, so we're starting with that. And then we're gonna look at those cultures that live so many, what are they eating and what are their portions? So we gotta look at that and then see what Sister White talks about, because she does speak about certain combinations that work and don't work. But the ones that she doesn't talk about, so what do we do with that? We have to go see first of all, we have to study our bodies. Not everybody can have beans because it doesn't agree with them. So you gotta reduce your portions. So they're talking about protein and starch not being a good combination.
But then you have a guayaba.
Exactly.
And a guayaba is the highest fruit that contains protein and also has starch.
Now, Sister White
But
talks
the Lord
about,
created them.
yeah, Sister White talks about eating fruit and bread. Well, there's some theorists out there that are saying that that's not a good combination. You see where it's going? And so what we need to do, and I'm gonna put it together, I'm gonna study it prayerfully, because I tell you, we need to unlearn a lot of stuff.
I have a request or maybe a suggestion.
Yeah,
Maybe Eddie can record you and then we can watch this anytime, maybe we can put it in our website or something, so we can go back to it whenever we want, anytime.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I don't have to be up here.
We always want to be
Yeah,
in
because like
pictures.
if we don't have a place to get
Yes.
it longer, because
Yeah.
you said that's a long program.
Yeah, well, it's
So
gonna
then-
be, yeah, it's going to be, there's just so much information and it's debated.
Yeah,
And so some people are like, well, you know, it's not evidence-based, so we can't do that, and so forth. But we gotta go, first of all, with what God says in Genesis, then we have to go with the spirit of prophecy, because we know that it's inspired information. And then from there, we're gonna use common sense. We really do, because
Yes.
otherwise we're gonna be nitpicking at everything, and we cannot live like that,
Well,
you know?
we are giving you the information and you gotta tailor to your
Yeah,
own system.
Yeah.
Some people might react well to this, some people might not react to that, and only you can tell that.
yeah.
This is not an aspirin for a headache, this is food that you're going to adjust to yourself.
Now, there's certain rules though that are etched in stone, you know, she talks about milk, eggs, and flour being toxic.
And sugars.
We definitely avoid that, and sugars, you know, mixing of fruits and vegetables, she's very much set in stone on that. So there's certain things that we are going to follow, but the principle of it all is that she talks about having no more than 3 foods when we sit down
Our plates, yeah.
in our place, not so many variations, because now you're competing all this time.
So my sign-up
Today I
sheet will
remember
be
that, I'm
3
like,
items.
wait. What?
My sign-up sheet will be 3 items,
3 items.
and everybody can bring their version
I didn't mean
of
to
the 3
punish you
items.
guys.
but, I mean, it's
But-
okay, like, that'd be your option, you know, if you wanna take, say, for example, in our table today, we have different options. You can take
Yeah.
3 options in
Yes.
that table, others might take other options, you know?
And
So
some
it's
take-
kind of,
Yes.
They might take 3 from there, 3 from there, and 3 from there.
because others don't eat this kind, but the others do
Yeah.
the other
Yes.
kind, so
And
then.
then what if you dip into the salad or the soup? You've already got one dip, you've already got more than 3 kinds.
Yeah.
But that's the importance of this class is, it gives you the knowledge to pick what is beneficial to you.
Yeah.
Yes, and what you can't, like say if you have diabetes, you don't want these starchy foods, you're
Correct.
picking other non-starchy, so at least others have options, you know, based
Yeah.
on.
Because what that's going to do is actually, is gonna allow us to practice temperance.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Now, the problem is when we get, newcomers in here, they don't know. So education is so important. These classes are important because the newcomers don't know, but we need to teach them, you know, because they wanna get well. But if we provide them so many options, they're gonna go for all of it because it's so good. I mean, today I was like, no, 1, 2, and I started, you know, because we have to do that. And, but we have to learn so many things and unlearn other things. But it's easy because, we have the blue lines, you know, I mean, the blueprint. We have the blueprint, and so we're just gonna follow the principle. But I'll put it together, and then it's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun class.
In most centennial, cultures, they have food restriction. They